My son Derek squeezed my arm at the bank counter. Mom, just sign here. It's just so I can help you pay bills if something happens. I was about to sign when the teller, a woman I've known for years, locked eyes with me. She leaned in, her voice barely a whisper. Honey, don't sign anything until you talk to me first. Derek's smile froze. The air in the bank went cold. My name is Laura, I'm 38. For the last 15 years, I've run a small independent bookkeeping service from my dining room table. It's not fancy, but it's honest work, and it kept food on the table for me and Derek after his dad left. In my family, I was the practical one, which was their polite way of saying boring and unimportant. My sister Jenna is a hotshot real estate agent with the designer handbags and the big house. My mom always talked about Jenna's deals, Jenna's vacations, Jenna's success. I was the one who remembered everyone's birthdays and helped with their taxes for free. I wasn't flashy, and I never made a big deal out of what I did. But I had something they didn't expect, a deep, quiet understanding of where money actually goes. If your family has ever made you feel like the quiet, dependable one is the same as the unimportant one, hit that subscribe button. I want to hear your story in the comments. Let's show them what quiet strength really looks like. Let's go. Derek had been so attentive lately, taking me to lunch, telling me he worried about me managing alone. It felt good to be looked after. He suggested we go to the bank to set up a joint account just in case. At the bank, he was charming, explaining to the teller Linda that he just wanted to be on the account to help his aging mom. I'm only 38, but he made it sound so reasonable. After Linda's whispered warning, I faked a coughing fit and excused myself to the restroom. A minute later, Linda found me in the hallway. She looked around and quickly told me, Laura, that wasn't a joint account form. It was a form to remove you as the primary owner and make him the sole owner. Your savings would have become his. I was stunned, but as I walked back, I overheard Derek on his phone near the exit. He was laughing. Yeah, the old lady's about to sign over everything. Jenna said once I control the cash, we can finally use it to cover that shortfall from her last deal. Mom will never even know. I didn't confront him. I just said I was feeling dizzy and we left. The betrayal was a physical pain in my chest, my son and my sister together. Over the next week, the betrayals stacked up. First, Jenna called, all fake sympathy. Laura, Derek told me you've been forgetful. I'm so worried. Maybe it's time to consider a nice little apartment somewhere with assistance. She was trying to get me out of my house. Next, my mom called, parroting Jenna. Jenna says you're not managing your finances. It's for your own good, honey. Let the kids help. They were building a case that I was incompetent. Then I found a receipt in Derek's room when I was over at his apartment. A down payment receipt for a new BMW dated the day after our failed bank trip. He was so sure he'd have my money, he already spent it. What they didn't know was that I've been my family's unofficial bookkeeper for 2 decades. I don't just know numbers, I know their numbers. A few years back, when Jenna was starting her real estate business, she was a mess. I set up all her bookkeeping software, her business accounts, everything. She gave me access just to keep an eye on things, and in her arrogance, she never thought to remove me. For the last few days, I've been quietly digging. I have access to every single transaction in her business and personal accounts. I know about the lavish vacations charged to the business, the consulting fees paid to a shell company that I'm pretty sure is just Derek, and the growing pile of unpaid vendors. I had a secret weapon, the truth. I called an old friend, Mark. He's a family lawyer I've known since high school, the kind of honest guy who helps people, not corporations. I laid it all out for him, the attempted theft, Jenna's shady finances, their plan. Mark listened, then chuckled. Laura, you haven't just brought a knife to a gunfight. You've brought the entire security camera footage. He explained that with what I had, Jenna could face serious fraud charges and lose her license. It wasn't just family drama, it was a legal powder keg. Meanwhile, my family grew bolder. My mom told me at Sunday dinner that Jenna and Derek had agreed to manage my affairs. They were already discussing my house like it was their new investment property. They thought they'd already won, that I was just a quiet, defeated woman with no fight left. I called a family meeting at my mom's house. Jenna arrived with a stack of papers, Derek right behind her with a smug smile. They thought I was ready to sign everything over. I let them set it up. Jenna put a pen in my hand and pointed to a signature line. Just here, Laura, and all your stress is over. I put the pen down. I'm not signing anything, Jenna. But I did bring some papers you might be interested in. I pulled out a folder. I slid a single page across the table. It was one of her personal credit card statements. Nice trip to Cabo last month, the one you charged to your business account. Her face went white. Derek started stammering. That's none of your business. I pulled out another page. And this is the bank transfer you made to Derek's new company, Consulting Solutions, for $50,000 for services rendered. Derek, what do you consult on again? My mom was just staring confused. Jenna, what is she talking about? I looked at Jenna. I've been your bookkeeper for years. Did you really think I wouldn't notice you bleeding your business dry? I have 2 years of your financial life in this folder. So here's the deal. You stop trying to steal from me, you pay back every vendor you've stiffed, and you leave me alone. Or I send this entire file to the Real Estate Board and the IRS. Your choice. The silence was deafening. The power shifted so fast it left skid marks. Jenna just sat there speechless while Derek looked at her, realizing his new car was about to be repossessed. My mom finally saw her successful daughter for what she really was. I stood up, leaving the folder on the table. I'm not the one who needs managing. I'm the one who's been quietly managing all of you. I walked out, and I haven't looked back since. My family learned that day that the person they underestimated the most was the only one who knew where all the bodies were buried. If your family ever tried to use your own skills and trust against you, if they tried to take what you built, you know this feeling. Share your story in the comments. Subscribe to remind yourself that your quiet competence is your power, not your weakness. Click hype to help this story reach others who have been underestimated. Your story has power. If you felt a connection to mine, please subscribe and share your journey in the comments. Every hype you give this video helps empower someone else. Thank you for being here and for listening.